Okay, I haven't made one of these videos in a long time. The last one published was 11 months ago, which is fucking crazy. And I actually made more videos after that, but I didn't post them because I wasn't motivated enough to find the videos in my camera roll and go and post them. I may have like another 10 videos, like another I don't know, 2 hours worth or more of just, random shit. But yeah, so when I knew that I was gonna make this video like 5 minutes ago, in my head, my mind was racing and I was, saying everything that I want to say in this video in my head. And now that I'm coming to actually speaking in the video, it feels a bit like fake because I've already said it all in my head. It's like I'm just acting it out. So it's kind of hard to get across what's in my brain right now. But basically I want to make this because I still think about you a lot. Like a lot, but it's not in a good way. So first of all, sometimes I think about all of the memories we have and all the things you've said and all that kind of stuff. But it's mostly just like a lot of guilt. A lot of fucking guilt. What the fuck was that noise? No, excuse me for crying. I'm sorry. I know I'm a crybaby, but whatever. But it's just I can't wrap my head around how horrible and evil of a person I actually fucking was. And I can't describe how sorry I am and how... Oh my god, I don't want to fucking cry because I can't speak properly. I can't describe to you how guilty I feel. Like, it's actually traumatizing me how bad I feel. And, I think about how much of an angel you were and how you didn't do. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. I want to actually speak. I think about how much of an angel you were and how good you were to me and how you didn't do a single thing wrong and you didn't deserve any of what I did to you. And I'm so sorry. See, the thing is, I know that if you ever were to listen to this, you don't want to hear this shit. You don't want to hear me crying in like all these fucking long breaks. So I'm trying my hardest not to do it, but it's just impossible. So I'm just gonna see this video as like a way for me to just say what's in my mind, and I'm gonna pretend you're not listening, because at least maybe it's gonna like help me. It's by saying this stuff out loud rather than keep it in my head. But basically, I'm just so sorry that I met you when I was so unmoral and unempathetic and careless and just horrible. Because it's not me. And I feel so much guilt because I know that's not me. I don't want to hurt people. I hate so much that I hurt you. I wish I could take it back. And even something like the first time, I feel bad for saying this, like, on the internet, because I'm gonna, post this, but no one knows who you are, so it's okay. I hope no one's listened to this as well, by the way. If anyone's listening, then please click off. I want this just to be between me and her. Even the fact that you trusted me and the first time that you ever did stuff, I was there. And you can't take that back now. And I feel so sorry that that horrible person that I was the person who was with you when you first ever did that. Because you trusted me. And honestly, being with the prettiest girl in the world and her doing that for the first time ever and me being there is literally heaven on earth. I loved it so much. And then I just think about the way I treated you. And I know I keep saying it's my situation in life that made me like that. But I'm responsible from where I'm at in my life. There are people who have grown up in worse situations and have been good, moral, trustworthy people. But I can't say the same for myself. So it is my fault and it is my responsibility. But if I knew that the result of that would be for you to get hurt, then I would have tried so much harder for that not to happen. I would have tried so much harder to change. You're so special and precious, and I didn't want to do that to you. I really wish I could have met you like how I am now, or in the future when I'm making some money. Because I know I can treat you right. I know I can treat you better than anyone. I know I take such good care of you. And I just wish I wasn't that person when we met. I regret it so much. If we can't be together, then I hope you find someone who truly takes care of you and is really good to you. I just want you to be happy. I don't want you to be hurt anymore. And I wish you could erase your past. Anyway, because I constantly think of you and I feel so much guilt and hatred for myself, it's very, very hard to get stuff done. Like in December, I got quite a bit done. I was quite productive. I got a lot of stuff set up on my laptop. I've been working out the whole time, sticking to that, sticking to my diet, all that kind of stuff. But like right now, when I'm thinking about you, and I'm feeling this indescribable guilt and hatred and regret, it feels physically impossible to just like put all of those thoughts aside and to just like be productive, because it just hurts so much. It hurts so much. It feels like an actual trauma. And I feel like there's nothing worse than the fact that it was all my fault. Like if something bad happened to me, like if you treated me badly, it would be nowhere near as bad as this. It's just the fact that it was me, that I could have changed it. And I just don't understand how I actually acted so fucking horribly. Like that was actually me. Like I can't believe it. Like even when I'm older, I'm gonna look back on this and be like what the fuck? Like that was actually me. I actually used to be a fucking evil person who just didn't give a shit. Like I had everything I ever wanted. The most amazing girl. And I still couldn't keep her. I still treated her like absolute shit. Like why? Why did I do that? I have so much potential to be an amazing person, an amazing husband. But I just wasn't. Honestly, in the past, when I would cry in these videos and stuff, I would be like, a part of the fact I was crying and so depressed was because I really wanted you back. And, you know, all of my happiness was gone because you were my whole happiness, and I just really wanted you back. Like, that was a part of it. But now, that's not even a part of it anymore. Like, I just want you to be happy no matter what. And all of this guilt and sadness is just coming from who I was. It has nothing to do with getting you back or anything like that. I just hope that in the future I can get genuine forgiveness from you, and that you know, I know that you're happy and taken care of. Like, I can't believe I actually manipulated you into thinking I was a good person. Like, I know I am deep down, but on the outside, I was like an actual monster. Let me give you a few examples of some more unmoral things that I've done, even since we broke up. So, when I was going to counselling to, to try and help my situation, I would go to my granddad's afterwards, and if I could, I would steal a cigarette from him, and then when I'd get home, I would smoke it out my bedroom window alone. So, you know, unmoral behaviour, me stealing from my fucking granddad. Yeah, feeling no empathy yet again, I guess. Another thing I did was around March time. First of all, actually no, I'll just tell you this first. Around March time, I started going into my brother's room when he went to work, and I would use his THC vape, so like basically stealing. I would go in there, use the THC vape, get high by myself, and then go play video games. And every single time he went to work, like if I knew he was going to work the next day, I would literally think, okay, my brother's going to work the next day, that means I can go in there and get high again without his permission. And yeah, that was March 2023, and I even stole from him again, like literally a few weeks ago, I think. Probably February 2024, the start of February. So, yeah, almost a fucking year of stealing. I got addicted to weed. So basically in December, I stopped for ages, and then he was doing it in his room, and I asked for some, and we did it, and then I stole it some more, and yeah, that was an addiction. Now I'm not doing weed ever again, I'm pretty sure. You know, definitely not out of my two brothers' vape. But what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I feel like two like weird things have happened. So I already told you this, but in January 2023, this one time I was on my knees, like crying, begging, pleading, like I was broken. Like I was on my floor on my knees, just absolutely broken, just like pleading to God, like please make this stop. Like please help me, please help me. And the next day, you told me that you loved me, and I was like, what the fuck? That's actually crazy. And yeah, that was a really weird scenario. Most likely just a coincidence. And then in March, I was watching these videos on YouTube about, how to get your ex back. And one of the things the guy says was, go completely no contact. Because, they'll see what it's like to be without you, and they may, text you back. And that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping, I'd get the courage to say to you, let's go no contact. And then I was hoping, after a few weeks, you would text me, and yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. We can't be together unless I'm fixed. And back then, if I'm just doing nothing all day, being undisciplined, unmotivated, unproductive, unable to support you financially, emotionally, my mind is not right, then how are we ever going to work out? So I don't know what I was expecting by that. Anyway, I was going to say to you, let's go no contact, and then literally as I was about to do it, like in the next few days, first of all, I watched this video like a week before, and I was trying to get the courage to eventually say it, because I really didn't want to stop talking to you as well, because, you were still my complete happiness in March 2023, and I didn't want to stop talking to you. I just wanted to, use it as a way to try and get you back. And basically, right when I was about to say that, you told me that I'm your crush. And I still have a very vivid memory of that. We were texting, it was like 6 in the morning or something, and I was playing video games downstairs on my TV downstairs. I was playing Rocket League, a 1v1s against this random guy. And I said, yo, my crush just said she liked me, or I was like, my crush just said she has a crush on me as well. And yeah, I felt so happy. I felt so happy. But just thinking back to that now, 23-minute video. Just thinking back to that now, it's like now when I think about you and think about the things I've done to you, and how horrible and evil I was, it gives me so much guilt and regret. Oh, I've already said all this fucking shit. I'm just repeating the same shit. You know what? You know. I'm just trying to emphasize how I actually feel, because obviously you can't know how I feel. But yeah, it's just, now when I think of it, I have all those emotions, those negative emotions. But when you say things like, I love you, or things like, I have a crush on you, in the past, obviously if you said that stuff now, it wouldn't have the same effect. If you said that stuff to me now, I would be like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not the person you want to be with. I need to change first. I need to have a deep conversation with you first. We need to meet up first and all this kind of stuff, We need to have an actual future plan and all this kind of stuff. We can't just go off our emotions. But in the past, in March 2023 and January 2023, when you said those things, I love you and I have a crush on you, I wasn't even thinking about the stuff I'd done to you in the past. I was only thinking, yes, I've got my perfect dream girl back. Yes, she likes me. Yes, she loves me. It felt like a sense of relief and happiness and ecstasy. And yeah, it just shows how oblivious my mind actually was. Just for the simple fact of you saying things to me that I want to hear, it makes me forget about all of the horrible, evil shit I've done to you in the past. And that shouldn't be the case. You know, I'm sure in the past, if you just stayed with me and just, you know, kept saying you love me and said you're never going to leave me and all this stuff, then I would never actually change. I would never see how fucking bad it is what I actually did. You know, and that shouldn't be the case. I should have to take punishment for what I did. Should have to take responsibility. I can't just be lucky and then you love me and it's just all like sunshine and roses and it's all happy again. That shouldn't be the case. So yeah, that's just an example of how fucked up my mind is, I guess. Like, even that time where we both got a fever and we were like, you were calling me your, what did you say? Did you say Ellie? You're like, I think you said my Elliot, my Elliot, my something. But you were calling me yours in like December or November. And, you know, I just feel so much happiness when you used to say that stuff. And I would just forget about how much of a fucking monster I've been. And that's just so wrong. So, you know, maybe all of this pain and trauma is what I've needed to actually understand, you know, how big this shit actually is. And how like bad it is what I did. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at my words right now. But like after I flirted with that girl, and then the next day you found out. Obviously, I'm in complete shock when you found out because I don't want to lose you. And then that day when we spoke, and then I found out that you're gonna stay with me, I just felt so much peace. Like, well, not really peace, but so much, what's the word? I used it earlier. What's the word? Oh, I forgot the fucking word. It's like the word like peace or reassurance. Relieved, that's it, relieved. I just felt so relieved that you're staying with me, even though I just did that to you. I was just like, I can't lose her, and I'm so happy she's staying. And I wasn't even thinking about how bad it made you feel. Oh my god. I was so evil, Emmy. I was so evil. All I cared about was keeping you. Like, obviously I didn't want to hurt you, but keeping you was just like such a big thing for me. I should have just let you go at that point, but I couldn't. I really couldn't. It's really dangerous to give someone who's like at like the lowest point in their life, someone who's like really depressed and anxious and, you know, hates themselves, to give them the most amazing girl in the world, because it just made me like so attached to the point where the only thing that mattered was that, you know, you stay with me. Because I needed you. I needed you to be happy. I needed you to make me happy. I mean, I wish I was happy on my own before we met. I didn't realize how messed up my mind actually was. Even when you planned on coming to visit in February 2023, I had this idea of, you'd come to my house and then we would go out to the local park and we would walk around and I would talk to you and I would explain my situation, explain myself and, tell you how sorry I am and that I'm gonna improve. And I thought we would have this conversation and you would understand me and then maybe we would have a chance together. But even that is just fucking delusional. It's so delusional. My mum just came out of the bathroom. I told her to knock on my door. It's just like, I know that you probably saw the potential of how good of a boyfriend or husband I could be. And you probably really, really wish that I was that perfect husband. And I do too. Because I know I have the potential as well. Like, I know who I am deep down. And I'm not just bullshitting when I say I actually could treat you so fucking good. In my opinion, way better than anyone else. Like, seriously. I truly believe that. And it is just such a shame that I was the person I was when we were together. Because the potential of what our relationship could have been is just, like, it just could have been so good, and it's all because of me that it wasn't. And I think, even if I do make the changes and I do want to get to know you, I just think what I've done in the past is just too much for you to forgive, and you'll never understand how I did such evil things. And I don't understand it either. I didn't ask to be this horrible person. I don't take pride in any action that I did. I'm so guilty and traumatized by the person I was. And I wish I could just wipe it from my memory. Like, if I knew that I actually was that horrible person and I couldn't actually treat you properly, I wouldn't be this emotional and still this hooked on it still. It's just the potential of what we could have been was so good, and it's all my fault. And I can't take the burden of that. It pains me so much, and I don't know how to deal with that pain. I don't know what to do with it. "36 minutes, oh my god." Alright, you're never gonna listen to this. It's just me in my room again, crying to myself, talking into a phone. But oh well. I hope everything works out for the best. I was gonna say I don't even care about myself. I just want you to be happy, but honestly I do. I do care about myself a little bit, because the thought of me going through my whole life with this guilt on my shoulders is too much. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. It's just hard to fathom how I could have been such an amazing boyfriend. I know I could have, if my situation was different and my mindset was different and I wasn't so broken in the head. I could have been such an amazing boyfriend. But I was the complete opposite. I was so evil, and I can't wrap my head around how on the inside I'm so fucking good, but on the outside I'm literally a fucking monster. And I'm finding it hard to progress and actually be productive and improve my life and improve my mindset because of my past actions. I feel so much guilt. I can't get it off my shoulders. Like, I could have a conversation with you about it now, but you would literally leave my life forever. And then I would just always hold that guilt still. The only thing that would make it right is if we had a conversation about it and you somehow forgave me or somehow understood me. But you can never understand the person I was, because like, this is like trying to explain murdering somebody. Like, if someone was trying to explain to me, or let's say you, for example, with me, I've been at like the lowest point and I've committed horrible actions. So I can understand if someone says they're good on the inside, but they're like doing horrible things on the outside, because that is exactly what I've gone through. But like, let's say, use you as an example. If someone's trying to explain to you why they murdered someone in the past, but now, sorry, if they were trying to explain to you that they murdered someone in the past, but they didn't want to do it and they were actually good, on the inside the whole time, and you know it's not who they are, you wouldn't understand them at all, because you're like, what the fuck? I would never murder someone. I don't understand you. I don't understand your actions. I don't understand how your mind works. And that's exactly what it's like for me. And I know you might think it's silly how I'm comparing what I did to murdering someone, but to me it's the exact same. The guilt I feel now is the same amount or more than I would literally feel if I murdered someone. Like, I'm being dead serious. But the thing is, with murdering someone, there's justice, you know. With this, there's no justice, you know. I'm not being physically punished for what I did. To be honest, I guess mental punishment also counts. And to be honest, I've gone through a lot of pain over this, so maybe there is justice, maybe. That was my belly. Okay, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the punishment I've had is fair, because I've done horrific things and I've gone through horrific trauma and pain because of it, so to be honest, maybe it is. So maybe it is just. I haven't thought about that before. You know, I've thought about, I've done these awful things and there's no way for her to punish me for what I've done, so I just, you know, do awful things, hurt her, and then I'm just taking no punishment myself. But thinking about it now, the amount of pain in my head that I've had to go through for, you know, over a year now has actually been indescribable, so you know what, I need to get closer to God and actually start praying, because God knows all the actions I've done, and God knows how guilty I am, and He knows all of my thoughts. He knows my soul. You know, no human can understand my mind as much as God can. So I just need to seek forgiveness from God, maybe. I need to communicate with Him. Anyway, I hope this mental burden I have goes soon. And I hope you are extremely happy in your life, and I hope that you don't face any major problems, and I hope someone treats you as good as the best version of Elliot could have treated you. And I hope that your memories of me don't affect you in any way. I hope that you don't have any regrets. I just hope everything goes well for you. And that's going to be the video. 45 minutes now. It's been 10 minutes since I last said 36. Jesus Christ. Alright. There's no way you'll listen to this. If you are, you're fucking crazy. Yeah. If you are listening to this, my mum's going upstairs. If you are listening to this, have you seen the profile picture on the channel? Obviously you have, but just look how pretty you are. I used to look at that and be so sad. Oh shit, my mum might come in. No, just the usual. I might have to stop the video, she might come in, fuck. I used to look at that and just think, be so sad, because I'm like, that's the prettiest girl in the world right there. Like, look how fucking pretty she is. And I lost her, but I still do get sad when I look at it, but I just admire how fucking good you look. And if you end up with someone else, I hope they don't just go for you because of your beauty. I hope, they see the person you really are, and I hope they respect you